For the NBA, turn the season series around as they lost their last matchup against the Bulls. They'll be trying to turn things around and climb out of.
In that game, they were just a bit over the top, and it wound up getting them in foul trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was not just aggressive, it was reckless. I mean, they approached it more.
Temple is out there with Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Young in at the power forward.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Temple, defended by Butler. Screen by Young. Temple, the pass to Jack. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. We're about 1 minute into the first.
The game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Freak. Tries to save it. Noah dishes to McDermott. Fast break. Jack's got it. And that one's good. Hollis Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
Died Butler. Feeds it to Freak. Their win against Toronto.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game, but when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
And here's Freak. Thaddeus Young getting it to go from deep. Here's Freak. Cans the shot from the wing. Freak's got his first 2 points of the night. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Jack, here we go. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And Jarrett Jack drops them both.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Here's Gasol. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Check for 3. Lopez tips it back in.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them.
Yeah, and how great are his ball instincts there. Just having a knack, really the instincts to just get after it on the backboard.
Here's Freak, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Here's Freak. And again, no good by Chicago.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Brooklyn leading by 3. And Jack kicks to Young. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Freak with it. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. McDermott passes to Freak. Wants to get it off to Noah and does. And it's Freak missing. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 16-6 run. And the shot is good. Hollis Jefferson's got 6 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's Freak. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. A little shot fake there, got the D out of position.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
And here is Jack. He had 19 points in the win against Toronto.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now here's Noah. Got a piece of it. Tries it from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Noah.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Now here's Freak. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the line for him here.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Butler.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And Kevin, while we have a moment here, let's take a look at the Bulls and see where they ranked over the last month. First in fewest turnovers a game. First in points off the break. And they're the #2 field goal percentage team in the league. This is a team that has really grown in that area, taking good shots and knocking them down.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Brooks. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. That shot wide open. And it's 7 points for Freak.
Scoring-wise, a really sluggish start for him, guys. I mean, just 2 for 7 overall.
They set the pick. Robinson dishes to Temple. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You can't get into much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
They get the rebound. Gibson lays it up and banks it in. Gibson's got his first basket.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Roten. An 11-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
And here's Freak after the three-pointer from Joe Johnson. And taken away by Johnson. And shoot 2. Taj Gibson picks. One up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Robinson hits them both. Bulls trail by 6. Now here's Freak. 7 points in the game. Out to Brooks. Gibson the screen. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Pulls it up. And it's Brooks. That time on the assist by Freak.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Deflects the pass. The shot by Hickson, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low. The stats now for Roten. His last 10 games, getting around 12 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Here's Temple looking for his first basket still in this one. Kicks it out to Johnson. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Roten, no good.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here's Johnson. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket. Johnson outside. Off the left rim and out.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
And Gibson kicks to Freak. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. The fadeaway. Hickson grabs the board. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Hickson sets the screen for Roten. Here's Johnson, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Johnson's got 5 now.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Freak passes to Portis. Brooks with no one around. And count it from 19 feet away. Brooks has got it all tied up now for the Bulls. That's doubting for Chicago. They won that game against Indiana.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
It's all tied in Chicago. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. The Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
They've won the effort battle.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah's checked in for Bairstow. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And Freak subbed in for Brooks. Johnson, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was just a man on a mission. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Roten kicks to Temple. And the three ball is good. And the Nets lead by 2. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Roten. And the Nets, another 3.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Freak passes to Portis. Butler kicks to Freak. Off with the layup.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Temple dishes to Roten. That 3 off the mark.
He just never looks comfortable when he's that far away from the basket.
Here's Freak. Right through the D for the layup. Freak's got 12.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Now here's Roten. He's guarded closely. Dixon kicks to Robinson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. The Nets second, number 5, the Bulls.
They've been faster setting up their offense lately, and it seems like the teams they've been playing have been rushing a little to keep up with the pace. They've been able to hold their opponent's scoring down quite a bit.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Bulls have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And again it will go. Basket is good from Freak. Freak's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Brooklyn's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to Temple. To the middle. Roten, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And he gets it to go.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Hickson sets the screen for Roten. He feeds it to Temple. Drills it from outside. Temple's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Brooklyn.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Freak kicks to Butler. Pass to Portis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
One shot. One shot.
1:24 left to play here in the half. There's the dish to Roten. Wide open shot is on the money. Roten's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Chicago leading. Now Freak, 14 points for him. Kicks to Noah. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Freak missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. They get it back. That's good. And the Nets lead by 1. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Brooklyn's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Johnson, wide open. He fires. Off target from the wing. Well, Chicago's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Freak. From deep. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the Nets up by 1. And time now.
Well, you've been consistently able to find the open man through the first 2 quarters. What have you seen that you've been able to exploit in this defense?
I don't really think I've seen much to exploit. Really, it's just been about all keeping the ball moving in.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. First things first.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Been a good night so far for Freak. He has 14 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Freak in at the 1. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. And so he hits the technical free throw. And Jack, here we go. It's blocked. Now here's Butler. He's tightly guarded. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Bulls shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Freak kicks it to Noah. It's stolen by Jack. To the inside, Lopez. Second shot opportunity. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Jack passes to Young, and Temple kicks to Lopez. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
A moment here to look at the numbers for Joakim Noah. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's averaging 7 points a game, 12 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Out left to the wing. Shot by Jack. Wide open. That one's good from the corner. Jack's got 8 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Freak. He dishes it to Noah. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And Jack kicks to Young. From 15 feet away, and too long on the shot.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials. All the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Bulls have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Bulls. Changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Doug McDermott. And Freak subbed in for Butler. Comes in for Young. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Roten subbed in for Garrett Temple. Brooks dishes to Freak. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Mirotic passes to Freak. A three-pointer off the mark.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Jack has been putting up the numbers. He has 12 points and 6 assists. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Jack drops them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
The feed to Hickson. All sorts of time. No good off the back of the rim. Chicago leading by 5. Freak with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. Here's Freak. Rebounded by the Nets. Jack's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see. Right here, over these last 10 games on the Bulls schedule, Kevin, this is how they stack up. First in field goal percentage. First in points off fast breaks. And they're number 2 in fewest turnovers a game. I call that squeezing the orange. And that's a team effort, everybody valuing the ball.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. To the wing right side. Portis, the pass to Freak. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Garrett Temple has checked in for Jarrett Jack.
Freak. At the line for the Bulls. 1 shot.
Free throw good. Freak. Nets trail by 7. 1:36 left to play in the third. Shot, high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Well, Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Passes it to Noah. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second-chance points on the season. The Bulls in second.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass. It's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
First free throw is good.
What a performance from Joakim Noah here. He has 9 rebounds, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
Nets trail by 7. And Temple kicks to Robinson. Joe Johnson on the wing. Robinson dishes to Hickson. No dice from 9 feet out.
You know, they've built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass.
That's good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
It's stolen.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation. Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Lots of room. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Temple.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Roten. Freak with it. With 1 on the clock, and it's Chicago scoring again.
And how does he get that one to go?
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Chicago leading by 11, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Hollis Jefferson is out there with Young. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Chicago making a switch here. Bairstow's checked in. Right side, Butler. The pass to Freak. Outside Gasol. Butler kicks to Freak. 4 on the shot clock. Expanding his range. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Roten. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Hollis Jefferson. And count it. 2 points with a chance for 1 more at the free throw line.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jack's checked in. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And here's Freak. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
You know, offensively, they're looking much sharper here in the second half. The turnovers and miscues are down, and I think they're getting quality shots as well.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Nets trail by 11. Here's Temple. There's a good screen. Lopez, a screen on Butler. In the corner, it's Jack. From 12 feet out. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
Sticking too much.
Butler in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
And Temple kicks to Jack. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Young with no one around. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge.
Advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Throws down off the coast-to-coast try.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Right now, Doris?
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He was definitely not pleased. He said, you guys look lethargic out there, and told them they've got to increase their activity level. He ended the huddle by saying, this is not going to get the job done. I want to see who's going to step up.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
To the inside. Takes it from 10. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Freak. And that's now 11 points for Pau Gasol. Nets trail by 15. Now here is Jack. Connects on the foul line jumper. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now, Freak. Over to the wing. Freak sets a screen for McDermott. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Time to get the backup some burn anyway. This game's a wrap.
Tony Roten, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Freak. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Young. And it's Chicago with the rebound. McDermott's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. The layup off target. Up the floor. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Temple.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Butler goes in, the 3. And down it goes. 3-pointer falls in from Freak. Freak's got 12 points in just the second half. Roten with it. Young sets a screen for Roten. But they get it back. Young, a good look. Here's Temple. And finally they hit one. Temple's got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Freak passes to Gasol. The shot is off. Good D by Lopez.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Young trying to break free. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Hollis Jefferson. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Outside Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Butler. And he comes off the screen and schemes it through.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And Young kicks to Lopez. The jump hook. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Chicago leading by 12 to the right side. And here's McDermott. Outside Butler. Gibson the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls from the top of the key. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 5 assists tonight.
How about that sweet-looking stroke from Gasol?
Now here's Roten. Tight defense on him. Nice D from Freak. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Roten. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That free throw, no good.
Freak. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Nets trail by 17. Now here's Roten. Lopez a screen. Here's Temple, defended by Butler. Shot clock at 5. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Freak dishes to Gasol, and he gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Now here's Roten. Not a lot of room. Tries to snap the cold streak. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Noah's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
An easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Lopez right side. Shot is off. And the Bulls going the other way now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and On the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And just bulldozing their way through this season series. The victory here tonight makes it 3 games to none for the year, with 1 game left to play against the Nets.
You see the contributions from role players on the team, and what a game it was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
This all setting the pick for Freak. McDermott passes to Gasol. Fades back. Rebounded by Temple.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Off target from three-point range. Now, Freak. No good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
Well, tonight you factored into this game with both your scoring and your passing. How big a factor was ball movement in this win?
Oh, it was huge, no doubt. I mean, we know we're at our best when we keep the defense constantly in motion. And you do that by moving the ball around. But if we don't do that, we don't win games like this.
You earned every bit of this win. Congratulations. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Double figures in both points and assists for the double-double that led the way tonight. He was their motor offensively and really got the team fired up. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
It's not too often you see a guy crack 15 assists in a game. That's how in tune he was. Just great anticipation, great understanding of every defense that they threw at him. Exactly the kind of game a team wants from its point guard.
I love the contribution he gave with his long-range shooting tonight. He was on fire. That turned out to be the big key for them. If someone drove the lane and the defense collapsed, they would always kick it to him for another 3. Splaka Katayow!
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this.
de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros.